is the liquid of life. We all need it to survive. Water, choose water first. Water, we all know it is precious. Should be enjoyed by all of us. Talking about water, choose water first. Water.
This week on Water Wednesdays, we are at a different side of the Bell pumping station. We are standing on a bridge which runs across what is the Bell Gully, and it is a key waterway for our water supply here in this area. To tell me a bit more about where we are and how important this is to our water supply, we have geologist with the BWA, Jaime Paul. Jaime, this is a beautiful space,
It is.
but there are serious concerns about contamination in this area which can affect our water supply. I'm standing here and I can see a container below and a piece of galvanized
Yes.
in this gully.
This is one of the more important pathways for us to supply the Bell pumping station. And we have the problem constantly with persons dumping. And I think you have to consider when you're dumping an item, you have to think about, do I want to drink this? Because that's exactly what's happening. When you dump the item, you drop a bottle, you drop a car, whatever it is, you have to consider, do I want to drink the water that would have flown over this? Because that's exactly where it's going, because it's so close to the pumping well. The water flows over that and it goes directly to the well. And so that is one of the reasons Barbados Water Authority tests our water as much as we do.
That testing happens every week. I saw you have
Yes.
some interns here right now
Yes.
doing some testing as well.
Yes, we are. We are testing. Today's Tuesday and it's our testing day, one of our testing days. And so we would take the water from the well after it's been chlorinated and we take it to the lab and we test it for different contaminants. We test according to WHO standards. So we're ensuring that it meets those standards.
Okay, so far so good as far as those WHO standards are concerned.
Yes.
We have some other problems, recontamination, and this is more related to our wells which are across the country. You told me you're having some problems with private wells.
Yes.
Why?
We have quite a few private wells across the island, and these persons may or may not be licensed by the Water Authority. You should be licensed. You need to contact Water Authority to ensure that you have a valid license to pump a certain amount of water from your well.
Okay.
Now, we have to ensure that we have enough water to supply the entire island. And if you, at your particular well, have decided that I'm going to pump an excessive amount, that can reduce the amount of water available for the rest of the island.
So how does that happen that some of these users of our water supply, even from those private wells, are pumping so excessively and we can't monitor that situation?
Okay. They operate independently, completely on their own. And so they would have their own pumps installed. So it's not a BWA pump that they will have installed. We require them to have meters so we can come out and read them. However, in some cases, a lot of persons don't have their meter installed or it's not working. So we want to come out, we just want to monitor what you're using, make sure that you are not contaminating the well in any way. And unfortunately, this is not always possible. So
Overpumping can cause contamination?
yes, it can, because overpumping would cause the saline intrusion to increase. So if you're in an area where it's prone to saline intrusion, your pumping of the fresh water blends would cause a void and allow the salt water to take up that space. And so instead of having a freshwater well, you'd end up with a completely salty well. And so we are asking our private well owners to work with the authority, install working meters, allow us to come out and have conversations with you so that we can ensure that you are pumping in a sustainable manner.
And you need that water for your farms and for other uses on your properties. It's a consideration that you must give. So please contact the Barbados Water Authority if you have any questions about pumping from those private wells. And please, for those of you, we want you to stop contaminating our gullies. Illegal dumping is what it is, illegal. So we want that practice to cease. Thank you for watching this edition of Water Wednesdays as we come from this beautiful area in the Bell the Bell Gully. To view this or a previous episode again, please visit our website, www.barbadoswaterauthority.com. You can go to our Facebook page as well for additional information, or just type Water Wednesdays in YouTube. You know you can find us there.